Frugal Family, welcome to Thursday's weekly live stream. It is a guaranteed glitchy. My internet has been terrible lately. Well, I mean, it's always terrible, but it's been extra terrible lately because of course it has. So, you know the drill. When there is a glitch, we will come back. I will not leave you hanging. If I have not said goodbye, please come back because I will come back. But when we come back, we will have something to be grateful for, something happy, something good in our lives to share with the class. So it is, as per the title, it is open topic day, but with parameters, of course. So I want to talk about a few things. Number one, hi, Christina. Obviously, dumpster diving and questions that you might have. Number two, Disney, because we're 19 days away. Number three, the tree. If you watch our family vlog channel, Frugal Family Flies Again, you'll know that we are getting the tree in the front yard taken out. And it's kind of, well, a huge deal for our family. I will be talking more about that on later today on my kind of grown-up personal channel, which is Frugal Mama's Time Out. And go into why that is such a big deal for me, not just because of the cost and the logistics and the upheaval, but other reasons. So if you are not subscribed to the other channels, family vlog channel, Frugal Family Flies Again, and my personal time channel, Frugal Mama's Time Out, please feel free to do that. I'd love to have you over there. So, also, hi, Rhonda. Quick announcement, and I will mention this again later, but I am being hello, Denise, welcome, a guest panel participant tomorrow with Crystal at Diving with R5. That will be at 10 a.m. Mountain Time. Hello, Renee. Hello, Pat. So tomorrow, 10 a.m. Mountain Time with Crystal at Diving with R5. I will be a guest panel discussion person over there, so feel free to join us there. Hello, Manuela. Hello, Bonnie. In that panel discussion, we will be talking about the the opinions that we get in comments. Hello, Phyllis. Hello, Will 2022. Thank you so much. We'll be talking about like the insane ends of the spectrum that we both experience. Hello, Juana, bienvenido. That we experience in our comments and kind of the flack that we get and how there's just, hello, Shaniqua. Hello, Manuela, I already said hello to you, but hello again. Sorry. But anyway, we will be talking about how you can't make everyone happy. You will never make everybody happy all at the same time. And so you need to just focus on your own health and mental well-being and your family and, you know, what you want out of your channel. Hello, Viva Morton. Great to have you live with us. Welcome, Nature Walker Wendell. So yes, kind of an open topic day. Hello, Ultimate Coupon Lady. I'm so glad you're here. You're brave. You made it back. Hello, Carmen and Christine. Welcome. So yes, so I would love to answer kind of your questions about dumpster diving within reason. And also, I'm doing really well today, Shaniqua. Thank you so much. So I want to kind of answer what your questions are as far as dumpster diving, but not just dumpster diving, also YouTube, also kind of having yourself out there, which can be difficult. It can be, let me lower this just a little bit. It can be, hi, Sandy Lee. Thank you so much. I'm going to be at some point putting together a video, probably right around our anniversary, which is next month. That'll be our 4-year anniversary here on the YouTubes. Hello, Ibrahim Egypt. Thank you for the flowers. But yeah, we're coming up on our YouTube anniversary. Hi, Kim. We had some snow yesterday, but it melted like right away. We're not Utah anymore. I don't know what's going on here. Hi, Lisa. Welcome. Hello, Simply Selena. So glad you're here. Thank you so much. So hi, Judy. So, yeah, when we come up on our YouTube anniversary next month, I want to give kind of what I've learned in these 4 years on YouTube, and especially as a YouTube dumpster diver, what I have learned, some of the experiences I've had. You guys, most of you know that we have been hacked on this channel twice. Sorry, there's this thing behind me and it keeps looking like I've got antenna coming out of my head. So, oh, thank you, Judy. Most of it's from the dumpsters. Yeah, the brow liner, the lashes, the lips, the earrings, the scarf. Well, the earrings might be from one of you, actually. The hair thingy and the scarf and the shirt, all from the dumpsters. Yeah, I know, like, shocker. There's Diving with R5. I was just making an announcement about that earlier, but I'll repeat it. I will be on a guest panel thing discussion with Crystal at Diving with R5 tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Mountain Time. Hope you all can join us. Thank you, Rita. So yeah, I'm going to be putting together a video. I want to do a script first and actually have some order and some sense. Hi, Amy. Welcome. But yeah, talking about what I have learned, having been hacked twice, and just, other things that you can do to keep yourself safe on YouTube, ways to keep your channel safe, your family safe, things that you maybe didn't consider before thinking about jumping onto the YouTubes and putting yourself out there. I'm going to put it together. I will. Okay, this is my promise. This is my commitment right now to all of you and to myself. I am going to make that video for our YouTube anniversary. Oh, not next month. It's this month. Oh my God, it's this month. In fact, I think it's the 27th, which I will be in Disney World when that happens, but I will have it ready to go and scheduled before I go. So let it be written. So let it be done. It will happen. Yeah, can you believe that? We are coming up on 4 years. Oh, also, sorry, this thing is really bugging me. Oh, I can't reach it. Damn it. Dang it. Okay. I don't know if you noticed. You might have noticed. We finally, after 4 years, 2 channel hacks, all kinds of madness in our personal lives and in the world around us, we reached 18,000 subscribers. It's nowhere close to the goal that I had. It has been like chipping away and just scraping and clawing our way, but we made it to 18,000 subscribers. So thank you, you guys. The kids and I are going to, I'm going to move over here. There. Why didn't I just do that in the first place? But we are going to have a little celebration. Oh, you noticed. Oh, I'm so glad. We're going to have, as I had mentioned the other week, we are going to have a little Lego party. We'll bring you along for at least a little bit of that, but to celebrate, because this channel and our whole YouTube experience, it is a family affair. It's all of us involved in it that's made it possible. The kids being patient, the kids participating, being part. And so we all need to celebrate, obviously, of course. So excuse me. But anyway, you're Simply Selena. I just have to, guys, I have to. My friend got married at Disney. It was so cute. Bride and groom Mickey ears. Oh. Listen, Simply Selena, that's a dream. Not that I ever want to get married again. Good God, no. But I mean, I'm already married and happily married and I'm going to stay that way, but I am not going through the marriage thing again. Done it twice. Anything ever happens to James, Mama's growing into a old spinstery widow, because that like shakes her cane at people. No more weddings for me. But if I had to, it would be at Disney. Do you have any idea how much it costs to get married at Disney World or Disneyland? Good Lord. It's a lot. But anyway, so we are going to be doing a little bit of celebrating. Hi Laura, we've just been super busy because of course we've been busy. But we are going to be doing some celebrating with Lego and with all of you, because you guys are also, not just my family is a huge part of it, you are all a huge part of it because you're subscribed, you watch our videos, you're here, you you're part of this, you share, you like, you comment, etc., which has helped us to reach 18K. So thank you so much. Hi, Jessica. Anyway, super exciting. Good stuff is happening, guys. You know, life, and this is something I've had to relearn again and again and again. And I was just telling this to Olivia as she was like planning out her future at 14 years old. I'm like, that's wonderful. Have all those great plans. I hope everything, you know, works out how you want it to and whatever. But word to the wise, life never works exactly how you plan. Period. If it had worked out the way that I had planned when I was 14, I would have been living in New York City as a power businesswoman person without children. Yeah. I am so glad it didn't work out that way. I'm so glad. Okay. So when you're 14, hi, Nikki. When you're 14, I mean, you feel like you're a grown up and, you know, all that. You have no idea. You have no idea what life has in store for you, who you even are, nothing. Like, you don't even know your head from your ass at 14. You really don't. Let's be honest, okay? I didn't know, you know, up from down till my early to mid 30s. I finally started realizing who I was, who I really was, who I wanted to be, what I wanted to be, how I wanted to live, and all of those things. But at that age where she has so many things that she does want to have happen and a life she wants to live, I figure let's focus on letting that be. Hello, Hal Kanen. I hope I said that right. Let it all be motivating, you know, and inspiring, and let it be kind of impetus for her to live her best life and to be healthy and to be well and to achieve. So I don't, you know, crash her dreams down or anything like that, but I encourage and I support, but I do also bring, you know, a friendly dose of reality. If it's up to her, she'll be living in Japan when she grows up, which is fine with me because they have Disney. So so I'm fine with that. Hello, Doree Hyde. Welcome. Hello, Jean Egrid Myberg. I'm so glad you're here. So, okay. Couple things. In the title, you will have seen a few things. We've had more people pop in, so gonna repeat a few things. Guaranteed glitchy, because of course, and my internet has been even worse than usual. If I have not said goodbye, please come back. I will come back, and please come back with something good to share, some good news. Also, tomorrow I will, thank you, Rose. Hi, Jean. Oh, I haven't seen your name in forever, I don't think. I'm so glad you're here. Tomorrow at 10 a.m. Mountain Time, Utah time, I will be doing a live stream panel discussion thing with Crystal at Diving with R5. I hope you can join us over there. Let's see. What else? Oh, if you are not subscribed to my other two channels, one is the family vlog channel, Frugal Family Flies Again, and one is my me time, which is Frugal Mama's Time Out. Feel free. We'd love to have you over there. Okay, just a word to the wise and a note. I remember I was talking to Crystal about this the other day, but and sometimes I forget to mention the vlog channel. That's my family and our traveling and stuff we're doing, and it's lots of fun and it's all very family friendly and clean. My Frugal Mama's Time Out. There are no guarantees for filters or cleanliness or lack of swears or adult themes or discussions. You've been warned, but we'd still love to have you if you're okay with all of that lack of filter. Excuse me. So, also as noted in the video title, this is kind of an open topic day. So, hello, Rachel. I'm so glad you're here. So, I want to answer your questions. One thing that would be really great to know is what you would like to see in that video that I am going to be writing a script for and putting together for our YouTube anniversary later this month. I'm going to be talking about what we've learned, what our experience has been, our story, why we started this, why do we do what we do, why as a college graduate am I on YouTube rather than out in the workforce, where are we kind of from in our lives, and where are we going in our lives, like literally, but also figuratively and whatever. What do you want to know? What do you want to know about becoming a YouTuber and what all it entails, and things that you need to know, and how to keep yourself safe, your family safe, how to maintain privacy, how to decide what you want to do if you do YouTube, things you need to know maybe financially or logistically, stuff like that. I want to include. Hello, Diving with Duchess. Thank you so much. Majority of this is from the dumpsters. Yeah, other than, what my mama gave me. So, yeah, what all do you want to know in this video? Floor, hello, Floor. What a beautiful name. Oh, I love that. A little bit about your childhood. Absolutely. And I have talked in other videos, definitely, and Bonnie as well. Yep. I've talked about some of those topics. Deborah Stearns, hello. Deborah's just popping up there with a $5 super chat for just no good reason. Thank you, Deborah. Thank you so much. Oh, I appreciate that. And I'm glad you're here. So I have talked about that a little bit, and I am absolutely happy to discuss that more in that video. But just quickly, because we don't have like any big major topics to cover today that I've prepared. I am from Northern California, as some of you know, Northern California. But I do live in Utah now. And oh, thank you, Stacy. I appreciate that. Let's see. There's 8 kids in my family. I don't have 8 kids. There's 8 kids in my family. Plus, I have 2 half siblings that I've never met that live in Mexico. Let's see. We were very, very tight financially. My parents did own their home. But I had no idea what a big deal that was at the time. All I knew is that compared to what I saw around me, we were poor because there were 8 kids in a 900 square foot house. And we didn't have what everybody else had. I had no idea at the time what credit card debt was or living beyond your means to look like you have money. I didn't know any of those things at the time. I also didn't know that a lot of people in our area of Northern California were incredibly wealthy, that there was a very expensive place to live. I didn't know that. My dad was an illegal immigrant when he came to the US. So, my mom got married in high school and had my brother, my oldest brother. So there were so many things I didn't know. All I knew was that we didn't have what everyone else had and that we were poor. And in some ways we were. There was one summer where we literally lived off of Bartlett pears because my mom and my brother worked at an orchard processing pears. And we ate pears that whole summer while my dad had come out to Utah looking for a job and a place for us to go while we waited for our house in California to sell. I've learned so much since then about what poor really means and about credit card debt and living beyond your means and putting up a show while you're, drowning in credit cards and creditors and things like that. But I absolutely know that a lot of that influenced, who I've become and how I live my life, and the fact that what I wear is all out of the dumpsters and that I'm 100% okay with that and that my kids are okay with that. Your childhood, like it or not, for better or worse, absolutely informs who you become. But also, when you're a kid, you have no idea what is really going on. You just, there's so much you don't know. As much as kids, we think we know everything, and we think we have this major grasp on what's going on around us. We have no idea. It's just funny how all that shakes out. Sorry, totally went off random there. That's why the video that I'm going to do for our YouTube anniversary will be scripted. Yes. So that I stay on topic and don't go squirreling all over the place, you know? Anyway, but yes, I would love to talk about that, and those kinds of things, and how that led to, you know, where we are now, and YouTube and all of that stuff, all that good stuff. Yeah, exactly, Judy. Nobody knows. Hi, Ellen. I'm so glad you're here. So my, as far as clothes, yeah, it's funny how that works. My mom has many times said, I wish I knew about dumpster diving and all that when I was, you know, raising all of you, and, you know, what a difference that could have made, and stuff like that. And yeah. Who knows how different things could have been. There's Crabcatcher. Hey, Crabcatcher. Thank you so much. You know, every now and then, yeah, you need to get dressed up. You do. You really do. It makes a difference. Oh, thank you, Jean. Yes, I have. It's been very slow and steady, but over the last year, I've lost about 30 pounds. Yeah, in the last like 12 to 16 months. It's been incredibly slow. But, you know, happening. It is happening. That has been so wonderful when it has come to dumpster diving, because getting in and out of the dumpsters, oh my Lord, it has been so much easier. Like, what? I've been able to like lift myself up. It's stuff that I have not even thought of being capable of doing in so long. It's wonderful. And it makes it so much easier to get in and out, you know? Hello, Dale, welcome. Yeah, you know, where you're having to like reach in and grab stuff because I never, you know, I was always worried, will I be able to get myself back out? And even still, if there's not enough for me to like pile up to get back out, you know, I won't get in. But it is such a pain, especially on your back, when you're having to grab things one at a time, and it makes for a very tedious video too. So having improved my health and my ability even this much, boy, what a difference it has made in dumpster diving. I'm not vaulting or any of that. No gazelle here yet. But thank you, Nikki. No vaulting in and out yet, but yeah, and Mama still needs a step ladder. I'll never get any taller. I mean, I'm shrinking this way, hallelujah, but I'll never grow this way. So we'll always need the ladder. But things have improved, and it's been wonderful. And I document that whole get healthy journey in a lot more depth on my grown-up unfiltered channel, Frugal Mama's Time Out. Word to warning over there, as I need to mention more often. That is unfiltered. There is swearing, there is adult conversations, etc., and probably parts of me and my life that you don't want to know about. Ultimate Coupon Lady, that is Frugal Mama's Time Out. Yes, keto, Jean. Keto is what I am doing. Yeah, it's the one thing that works for me. But yeah, just word of warning, I filter here. I don't filter there. Crystal will tell you. Other people will, well, I mean, like, you know, Cynthia knows. Some of you know. Carol knows. Outside of here, if I'm not with certain people, I don't filter. And I, on regular occasions, swear like a sailor and dirty innuendos, and I can make anything nasty. So, but that's why I have that other channel where I can do that and not feel bad about it. But it is also where I'm documenting my getting healthy and just the other side of me outside of this. And if you're interested and can handle the lack of filter, I'd love to have you over there. Yeah. But yeah, it's keto. Keto just means low carb. So you stay away from breads and pastas and most kinds of fruit and certain kinds of vegetables and stuff like that. It's just what I have found works for me. Yeah. Yep. Still slow, very slow because I'm, I'm not terribly strict about any of it, but it's happening, and I'm happy with that. Hello, Grammys02. I'm so glad you're here. Welcome, welcome. Oh, you love my other unfiltered channel. I appreciate you. Even there, I don't go as well. Sometimes I do. It's still not quite as colorful as some things in real life, but it is fun. It's fun. You need this. Okay, so our open mic night here. You do need, and guys, this is super important, and I think I'll talk a little bit about this on the video that I'm working on for our YouTube anniversary. You guys, you need an outlet. And not just if you're going to be on YouTube and not just for any particular situation, just for being alive. You need an outlet. You've got to have something somewhere where you can let it all hang out, let your hair down, not feel like you have to be someone other than this, someone where you have to conform or you have to, fit a mold. You need to have an outlet of some kind in your life. And I would love to know, hey, here's a question. What is your outlet? What do you guys do? What's your thing? What is it that you do that helps you kind of decompress, a place or a situation where you get to be the real you? For instance, my daughter Mariah, Mimi, as you may know her, I'll put up a picture on our Instagram. It's in the video description of all of our edited videos. But on our Instagram, I'll put up a picture after this and after I go pick up groceries. But she put this outfit together. Ellen loves belly dancing. Why not? Good for you. Good for you. Do it. Rock it. Or can you say that about belly dancing? I guess just shake it. I don't know. Hello, Char, or is it Shar? Can I just say Shar? Is that all right? Because, oh, that sounds lovely. But Mimi, so we went through a bunch of clothes. Speaking of clothes from the dumpsters, we went through all the clothes that were under her bed that are mostly from the bins that we have recently found in the last year or two that we were holding on to until she grew into them. And she was needing pants and sweaters. And I was like, before I go buy any, I need to look through what we've already gotten. Excuse me. And so her and Olivia went through, and oh my goodness, Mariah had so much fun, of course, trying all this stuff on. Well, so this, that girl, she has nobody to impress but herself. Many of you know that she had a very hard time getting into this world. And her and I nearly died getting her into this world. And she is just happy to be alive. She just, every minute of every day, she is living life to the fullest, just happy to be here. Hi, Donna. And it shows in what she chooses to wear. She puts her own outfits together, and they are some of the most ludicrous, ridiculous things that you could ever imagine. And she doesn't care because she's happy, and she'll shake her little butt and she'll strike a pose and whatever. And we talked about it this morning, and she was like, oh, there's Lulu. Hi, Lulu. She was like, what did she say? I'm just being me. And it's wonderful to just be who you really are. And I'm like, yes. I've done something right as a mother if I have instilled that in my child. And she rocked that outfit to school, and who knows what she'll come up with tomorrow, but she'll be happy and she'll love it, Oh, there's Cynthia. She's over at Cooking with DWP today. Haha. Hello, my dear. But let's see. Someone had asked something. Oh, Prairie Back. Okay, this is in regards to the video that I will be making for our upcoming anniversary. Says, hey, girlfriend, are there a lot of YouTube rules and regulations to follow? Hell yes. Yes, there are. Oh, my goodness, there are. Yes. There are a lot of rules. a lot of regulations, a lot of parameters, a lot of things. I'm absolutely, thank you. Thank you for asking that, because I will bring that up. I will incorporate that and answer that in that video that I'm working on. Thank you so much for asking that. But yes, there are, and especially in the last year or two, because of court cases and different situations. Thank you, Rachel. Oh, stop it. But the rules have changed, they've evolved, things have gotten trickier. We had the whole adpocalypse, and oh my goodness, and then kids channel apocalypse, and it's hard to make it on YouTube. Yeah. It really is hard to make it on YouTube. Don't ever just, start up a channel and then quit your day job and think, this is how I'm gonna make, right? Cooking with DWP. Now I'm like, what do I call you now? I'm just gonna keep calling you Cynthia. But for reals, it's it's a hard platform to make your way in, and to, you'll see ginormous channels, and you'll see people that just take off and they make it happen, and that's fantastic. But then you'll also have like us, where it's almost 4 years and we just now made it to 18K, where you have to claw and scrape your way to progress. My husband still absolutely works full time and carries the family insurance and all of that. So just know that YouTube is, even if you've been on here forever and ever and have a big channel, it's still not a guarantee that that this will be your new all-encompassing career that will provide for you and your family. We'll talk about that on the upcoming video as well. Yeah, don't put all your eggs in this basket. For instance, so we had the whole adpocalypse thing. That was, how long has that been, Cynthia? Do you remember when all that happened? When there was like, it was like NAZI. See, there's even words that I don't want to say out loud because I'll get dinged for them. In fact, there are swears I can say and not get dinged more than certain other like hate words and stuff like that. But anyway, there was like some kind of NAZI, year and a half. Has it been that long? Wow. Video that had ads on it, and the ad people found out, and they're like, oh my Lord, we can't have our, Kraft ranch dressing ads on this madness. And so there was a big blow up. And at that point, there were channels, many of which I watch, where they talk about horror or true crime or, whatever, or even just women doing yoga, for God's sake, yoga, because they weren't wearing like sweats and floppy sweaters, I don't know, who all of a sudden got demonetized and have had a very hard time adapting or what. And I guarantee you, these channels were so big that people, this was their support, this was their livelihood, and then ads got taken away because it went way overboard, as happens in cases like this, where it's like, well, we're just going to cut everything out. Yeah, Grammys. Yeah. It was insane. Oh my goodness. It was insane. That was madness. Even before that, it used to be, when we very first started on YouTube, that you started making money from day one. As soon as you put up a video and somebody watched it, you made, 0.01 cents, because you got to have ads from day one. And after we had been on not even a year, I don't think, and we were even starting to make a little bit of money. It was like $10 a month. Woohoo! They changed it because of things that were happening. And then it was, you had to have 1,000 subscribers, you had to have all these watch hours, and then you had to apply to get ads on your thing, which was really rough. It was really, yeah. I'll talk about some of this. As this old lady on YouTube that's been here a little while, these things that we've struggled with. It was so frustrating, you guys. Oh my goodness. We had just started making money and it was awesome. And then they changed the rules on us. And then we reached the next set of rules. And then they changed the rules again. It was nuts. It was nuts. Not to mention having our channel hacked twice. So, but then, so with the adpocalypse, even like news channels. There was this guy, Kyle, that I used to watch a lot. I've watched him a little bit recently, but I used to watch him a lot. And he would swear like any sailor. But he was just commenting on news. Well, if he happened to talk about any kind of wars or violence or things like that that were going on, his videos would get demonetized. You couldn't even comment on current events or news. You couldn't do yoga, or someone here was talking about salsa. I think it was Coupon Lady. You couldn't do a salsa video because, oh no, the children, they might see your hips shaking, or and we don't want that with our ranch dressing. Like, it was insane. Now, some of it has eased up and been modified and, stuff like that. But even so, it's not the way that it was. No, I could not just start like a true crime channel on here, which, that would be so much fun, or a horror movie review channel, which I would also really love, because it would be so tricky. The only way would be if you could get sponsors and patrons and stuff like that, or have merch, whatever. It'd be really hard to get ads. Yeah, really hard. Then this other thing happened with the government and Hi Katrina and children's advocate groups and different stuff. So, and I think like a constitutional amendment or whatever it was it was with the government. And that changed everything for people who had videos, content that was targeting kids. So if you were building things with Lego, if you were doing claymation, or I don't know, anything that a kid would watch, if you were doing skits, if you were doing anything animated, stuff like that, okay? Crafting, things to do with Barbie or American Girl, or you get the idea. Any of that kind of toy reviews, which people were making just oodles and gobs of money on. All of a sudden, you got shut down. Not like shut down off of YouTube, but you essentially got shut down. You no longer, you were limited on what ads you could have. Your videos would not come up suggested anymore, which is how a lot of us get views. I get more views from suggested videos than I get from my actual subscribers. Yeah. Hint, hint. Hello. But anyway, so suggested videos are a huge part of getting traction, getting noticed, getting viewers, getting views, which then of course is how you get paid. And kid targeted channels can't do that anymore. The problem is that because of the algorithm, because of the way YouTube works, it was keeping track of what kids were watching. Now, you can still have cereal commercials. You can still do Captain Crunch on a Saturday morning when you're watching Transformers or whatever kids watch now. I have no idea. The kids that still actually watch television, you can still do that. You can even throw in the odd beer commercial with women with their things all out here. I can't even say that word. BOOBS. I've got to be careful with that too. You can have all that on a Saturday morning on TV. But on YouTube, you can't DIY something for your Barbie because some kid might watch it and their viewing might get tracked. It's bullshit. It absolutely is. There's no other way to say it. I'm sure there's some good filtered way to say it, but you're not getting that from me right now because you guys got me going on a roll on a tangent. Ridiculous. So there's all these huge channels, ginormous channels that I'm sure they thought they had it in the bag. They were set from here on out. They had quit every other job, burned every other bridge, bought a big house and a car and who knows. And then that happened. Can you imagine? Which brings us to another topic. But yes, I'll talk more about all that with like more details in that video for sure. But this brings us to something else. Do you have a rainy day plan? What we have learned in the last year, oh Lord, if you didn't have a rainy day plan, credit cards with really high limits, generous family members, a nest egg, some kind of fallback or whatever, and this is outside of YouTube, obviously, this is just life in general, the world, population in general. If you didn't have something to fall back on, and you're in almost any job, you've learned some lessons, I bet. You know? So I want to talk more about that. Now, can you rebuild right now? I don't think anyone is in the rebuild stage yet. You know, we're still, unfortunately, a lot of the world is still just in survival mode. When we come out of that, those of us that do come out of that, what are we going to do to prepare for the future? I'm not saying I'm building a bunker and I'm going to start prepping. I do prep a little, actually, to be honest. And someday I want to do some more videos about that. I haven't in ages, but but what are we going to do? What are we going to learn? Diane, that's how we're getting our tree out, is from stimulus. Hallelujah. We're getting that tree out on Saturday, guys. But what are we going to do? Those of us that make it through, how are we going to prepare for the future? What are we going to learn from this? And how are we going to take what we've learned and implement it to have ourselves better prepared for whatever the next catastrophe is? There may not be in our lifetime another global catastrophe that affects everybody, but there will be something. Okay? Your house might burn down. I know some of you know what I'm talking about and who I'm talking about. Your house might burn down. Your spouse or whoever is the breadwinner may become permanently injured, may die, may whatever. Goodbye, ultimate coupon lady. I appreciate you so much. I hope you know that. I do. You are a beacon among women. Someday, with your permission, I'm going to talk about you. We'll have to discuss that. Anyway, but what are our plans? What are our plans going to be for that next situation? You lose your job. Your child gets sick. You, God forbid, get sick. You know, hi, Claudette. Something happens that messes it all up. If you've been living paycheck to paycheck, if you didn't have good insurance and, you know, illness comes, we've been dealing a lot with that the last, 6 months or so here in our family. You guys know I'm not, going to go into details or things, but, one of my kids does have a situation that, it's been costing. It's been costing us a lot, especially when the new year started and you have weekly doctor visits. It adds up. It does. Gratefully, luckily for us, we have amazing insurance. And we have planned ahead a little bit, but it's still, you got to be careful. You got to be careful, and you got to, squeeze out of every penny what you can. What happens when these things pop up? How are you going to prepare for that? As far as the situation you're already in, I don't know what to tell you other than you have my heart, you have my love and my best wishes. And I truly hope we all can find a way through this. And I do realize and acknowledge how incredibly fortunate I have been. We've had our own struggles, absolutely, and those will continue, but we've been incredibly fortunate. Not just fortunate, we've also planned a lot and scrimped and saved and, lived halfway out of the dumpsters for the last several years, which has helped us prepare. No, Cynthia, where are you going to sleep? Here on the floor? We have a little tiny house, but you're more than welcome. Yeah, Rachel, we don't have a national health service here. No, you're on your own. That is it's a shit show. But hello, Miss Petite Fireball. I'm so glad you're here. I was drinking some of your coffee this morning. It was delicious. And I thought of you. Anyway, so what are you gonna do to be more prepared next time? Besides, building a wall of toilet paper. I do keep a lot more on hand than I used to. Yeah, I really do. Absolutely. Because yikes. Um, but what are you going to do to prepare yourself, your family, your fur babies, your whatever, for the next catastrophe? Whether it's global or nationwide, or it's your town, or it's just you, just your family. How are you going to be prepared? I think it's something, geez, we need to be thinking about. You know, do you have a good supply of food that you will actually eat, that you're able to eat? Um, do you have access to maybe medications or special foods or things that you're going to need? Do you have any kind of nest egg at all? What are you going to do? What's your plan? It's highlighting. It's something that I've been thinking about a lot. And you know, there's things I want to do. For instance, I've mentioned we're getting the tree out, which is so necessary, so absolutely necessary. As I was showing on our family vlog channel, Frugal Family Flies Again, the roots of that tree, they are very nearly to our foundation of our house. And what is, you know, a couple $1,000s turns into tens of thousands of dollars, if not $100,000 of damage to be taken care of. And so it absolutely has to get done. Hello, Anita. And I wish so badly that we would have done it sooner. And then, you know, once that's done, then we've got to save up for, you know, taking care of the driveway and the walkways and the sidewalk and all of that. Luckily, gratefully, those are things that don't have to be done right away, right this moment. But other things like the car, my car is not going to make it. The dumpster diving van, old gray, is not going to make it through another inspection, like license and registration situation, which is coming up in July. He's not going to make it. It's not going to happen. Not without investing, you know, hundreds, if not a couple thousand more dollars into him, and he's not worth it. So what does this say to me? Well, that means, number one, prioritize. Number two, after this upcoming in 19 days Disney vacation, Disney, I can't, it's hard to even breathe thinking of saying this, but be a grown-up, Julie. Disney has to go way on that back burner, like, you know, across town back burner. There will be no Disney vacations or anything until I have put aside the funds to get a new car. Yeah. Luckily, like I was saying, the driveway and all those things, we can manage with those for a while, especially now that we'll be stopping the tree from making it any worse. You know, that's not something that absolutely has to happen right away. The tree, that needs to be gone as soon as possible. It needs to be gone 2 years ago. But the driveway and those things, and also other things in our house and whatever that we would like to have done, like to finish, those are not priorities right now. The car is. These are things that I wish I had thought about at other times in my life. Not that I would sacrifice any of the vacations or the trips or experiences or memories that I've done, you know, with my family. Those are absolutely vital. But there comes a point where you have to find a balance between the things that absolutely have to get done, and then, of course, the things that you want to do. And it is tricky. And then add into that some catastrophe, whether it's a global pandemic, whether it's, again, you know, your house falling down, or tornadoes, or kids getting sick or dying, or whatever. How are you going to prepare? Because, like it or not, the world has continued turning. Maybe not in your own personal world, it doesn't seem like it, but the world itself has continued turning even throughout this year-long pandemic. It's kept on going. Bills still have to be paid. People still have to eat. You still need to get from point A to point B. So trees still have to get removed. These kinds of daily life things, though modified and altered and whatever, they still continue. You still have to feed the fish. There's stuff that still has to happen. how do you prepare for all that and manage all that? Right now, in this moment, I think it really, oh, thank you. Thank you, Cynthia. I think they're, at least one of these is out of the dumpsters, the nail colors. But how do you, there's my Lulu, almost done, baby, almost done. How do you prepare once we get through all this? I'm not saying go and try to, start up a nest egg and a savings account and all that right now. No, because right now you're just trying to keep the heat on and whatever. But how do we prepare for later, for after all this, so that we are ready whenever that next thing comes? It's something I've been thinking about a lot and working on prioritizing. I've said so many times that my priority is creating memories, that, I have a degenerative condition in this burned down circus body that I live in. And there will come a time when I'm not able to do the things I'm able to now. Don't talk about that much on here because it's kind of a downer. But that time will come. And so my priority, financially anyway, has been to make memories and to have experiences with my family. But even with that, there will be a time where, sorry guys, you have to focus on these other things. Sorry, Julie. Sorry, Mickey Mouse. You have to focus on these other not so pleasant, not so fun, not so enjoyable financial priorities. Brian, where have you been? Brian, where have you been? I have not seen you since I don't even know when. Where have you been? I'm glad you're here. I'm so glad to see you pop up. Thanks for being here. But anyway, I'm kind of honestly, yeah, it's adulting, Cynthia. It absolutely is. And it's just something I've been thinking about a lot as we've seen everything kind of unfold and the way the cookie has just disastrously crumbled over this last 12 months. And it has me thinking that I have to restructure my whole priority grid, because I still want to make those memories. I still want to live life absolutely to the fullest that I can, but also keep things balanced enough and be prepared enough to deal with the adulting. It's complicated. It's tricky. And if any of you have figured out that balance and have been successful with it, please tell me how. Besides being independently wealthy or being born into a trust fund or something, how have you managed to balance it all? To still be able, especially those of you who, I know there are some of you who do live with, bye Lightning, have a wonderful day, who do live with medical conditions similar to mine, where your body will betray you. It's only a matter of time, and it will, and which will limit what you're able to do in the future. And so you're wanting to embrace every day and to make wonderful memories. How do you do that? How do you still do that, but deal with the family stuff too? Let me know. Prairie Back, wonderful question. How much of a chunk does YouTube take from donations? As far as super chats, they take a third. Yes, it's steep. They do take a third. So what I recommend is always having a PayPal link available, because what we've had happen in the past is people will do a PayPal donation and they let me know. And so then I shout them out the same way that I would with a super chat, and it takes a lot less of a chunk. Then also I recommend having Patreon. Just these are other ways. And this all actually comes back to something else that I will talk about in the video that I'm going to do. And that is having alternate sources of revenue. Make sure that you have, hello, X Misty Metro XX. Make sure that you have, hi Betty, make sure that you have other ways that you're having income come in. Make sure that you've built some kind of Patreon page, or you've got a PayPal set up for donations. Make sure if it's something that fits into your ethic and your channel, that you have a merchandise shop available, or that you sell on Etsy or eBay or wherever it is that you make sure you've got other things happening, so that if there is like another adpocalypse and it happens to target, your underwater basket weaving that you do, make sure that you have other things in place so that you don't sink financially. And that isn't just YouTube. Those are YouTube specific details. But you want to have that no matter what your life situation is. Cash App, I'm not familiar with Cash App. I have heard of it a few times, and I've looked into it a little bit, Crab Catcher. So I will look into that some more. And for the video, I will try to have a little bit more details and kind of my thoughts on that as a possibility. I don't have a Cash App myself. I'm slow to get these new things. I need to take my own advice and open up some of these opportunities. The tricky thing comes down to as a YouTuber, you want to be careful how much you kind of hi Mad Cat Crafter. You want to be careful with how much you put those plugs out there. You don't want to be looking like you're constantly money grubbing. Okay, so it's a delicate balance, because if you're going to say that you have these other financial things available, you will get flack. I promise you, you will get flack. You will get people saying, but you get all your stuff for free out of the dumpster, and you've already got a Patreon and YouTube pays you AdSense. How dare you ask for people to pay on your Patreon? Or what kind of greedy, selfish something of a something are you that you blah blah blah? How dare you? I know some of my fellow YouTubers have gotten serious hate for having the little join button, which I'm able to have, but I just don't. It's not something I've embraced, because like I said, that's through YouTube, and they take a chunk. They take a big chunk. So it is a delicate balance, but it's also something you've got to find a way to incorporate to ensure that you can continue this livelihood if some other adpocalypse or situation happens. One way that I do recommend is just putting up, and I used to have this before our first channel hacking, and I do want to reincorporate it, but I would have like an end screen that had just the little icons of like Patreon or PayPal or whatever, which let viewers know that those were things that were available if they felt so inclined, which some people do and plenty of people don't, and there's nothing wrong with that. And then every now and then I would just mention it here or there. One way that I've chosen to incorporate that without making it sound like a cash grab or a please, 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 is by acknowledging on our dumpster diving videos, always acknowledging our Patreon supporters, and when someone new to Patreon joins, then I always shout out their name, and I'll take 2 seconds to say, if this is something you're interested in, there's a link in the video description. And so it's kind of a less aggressive, less, I don't know, less money grubbing, I guess, kind of way that I've chosen to go about it. But however you're going to go about it, it does come down to kind of finding that balance. Yeah. Of making sure the word is out there, and absolutely working on having a way that works for you. Sure, Crystal, absolutely. Finding a way that works for you, but also keeping in mind that you don't want to be overly aggressive with it, because you'll just look really, really tacky. And you'll get a lot of hate. I promise you, you will. So that depends, Prairie, but that's a great question. So there is always the super chat, which what that necessitates is having a credit card linked to your YouTube account. And so say you did a super chat, there's like in the comments, guys, tell me if I'm saying this right. There's like in the comments, a little like money symbol, I think. Yep. Yeah. Olivia says, yeah. And so you can do it that way. But then also, like some of us, and like myself, we keep a PayPal link in the video description, and that's a way that you can just do a donation straight through that link. Let's see, you can also go to their Patreon link. The problem with there is it's more of a monthly commitment rather than a one-time thing, which can be tricky. And then of course there's always, there's always old school, which is, do they have a PO box and you can just send them a check? I mean, that's always a way. And then that way, no one else gets a cut but the creator that you're trying to donate to. So sometimes, guys, old school, that way is the best. As fancy of a world as we live in now with all of our modern this and that, sometimes old school is the best. Oh, and there's Petite Fireball with a generous $5 super chat. She says, tomorrow is always fresh with no mistakes in it. Anne of Green Gables. Oh, I don't need diamond sunbeams or marble halls. Or I don't want diamonds, sunbeams, and marble halls. I just want you. You want to know something cool? Hold on 2 seconds. She was talking to Gilbert in that. I love Anne of Green Gables and Anne of Avonlea. What, Lulu? Real quick, because we're wrapping up.
Me and Grandma, we went.
Hope you don't mind. Lulu's got swimming hair.
I also have a little bit of bleach.
Yeah, she was bleaching her hair yesterday. Go ahead, tell them.
Okay, so me and Grandma, we went to this library.
They went to the library.
And they have this giant manga section in this library. They're like a really big manga section. And basically there was some like classic stories and older stories, but they've turned into mangas.
Huh.
Like Anne of Green Gables.
An Anne of Green Gables manga?
Yeah.
I don't know about that. That's weird.
It's actually a lot like the clips I've seen of it.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. Well, say bye to our friends.
Bye.
I happen to have found that Anne of Green Gables and Anne of Avonlea VHSs. Not this last weekend, but the weekend before, you guys may remember. So how very apropos. Anyway, so yeah, Lulu had some fun. She goes twice a week and swims with her grandma, which is wonderful. Hello, ex-Misty. Yeah, they go swimming and it's a lot of fun. And then sometimes they'll go hunt around at the libraries and I get to have some me time and everybody's happy and it's wonderful. Speaking of things that are wonderful and being happy, you guys are so great. Thank you for putting up with me and sticking with me. We are coming up on 4 years on YouTube. We have reached 18,000 subscribers. We have clawed our way. We have stuck with it through the muck and the mire, through all the rule changes and the adpocalypses and the this and the that and the hackings and the whatever else. And you guys have been part of that. And I'm so grateful for you. I'm so grateful. Thank you for being part of this in whatever way that you're part of it. And thank you for the super chats. Thank you to my Patreon friends. You guys make this possible, especially with the, the ups and the downs and the this and the that. I'm so grateful for you guys. Now, one last repeat. Tomorrow, I will be a guest panel discussion person at 10 a.m. Mountain Time with Diving with R5. That will be live tomorrow, 10 a.m. I do hope that you can catch us over there. We will be talking about how you just can't make everybody happy all the time, whether it's in your family, your friends, your YouTube, whatever, the world as a whole. It's going to be great, and I do hope that you can join us. Have a beautiful day, a wonderful day. I'm so grateful for you, and I will see you, very soon.